There are millions of people repeating the same harmless words to themselves every day without realizing those words are quietly damaging the confidence they are trying so hard to build. You may have said them this morning. Maybe you looked at a challenge and whispered, "That's just who I am." Maybe you told yourself, "I'll try again later." Small words, familiar words, but powerful ones. And they change more than you think. I once knew someone who always said, "I can't." He said it about work. He said it about relationships. He even said it about simple goals he deeply cared about. At first, it sounded realistic, honest even. And that single phrase slowly became the wall around his life. Psychologists often describe this pattern as learned helplessness. The mind begins to accept limitations as facts. After a while, effort itself feels pointless. A small crack in a window can spread across the entire surface. Words work the same way. Instead of saying, "I can't," try saying, "I can't do it yet." One sentence closes the door, the other leaves it open. Not tomorrow, but now. I once knew someone who constantly said, "I'm unlucky." Every disappointment became proof. Every mistake became evidence. Every missed opportunity seemed to support the story he told himself. And the story became stronger every day. Behavioral researchers often call this confirmation bias. We naturally notice evidence that supports what we already believe. It is like carrying a flashlight in the dark. You only see where you point it. If you believe life is against you, you will eventually start overlooking the opportunities standing right in front of you. Bad moments happen. They always will. But bad moments and a bad identity are not the same thing. Not fate, but focus. I once knew someone who often said, "I don't have time." Strangely enough, he was always busy. Yet he rarely moved closer to the things that mattered most. And eventually he realized that he had confused movement with progress. Psychologists often talk about present bias. Human beings naturally choose immediate comfort over long-term rewards. Life can become like a crowded closet. Every new commitment takes up space. Soon, there is no room left for what truly matters. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," ask yourself a different question. What am I making time for? That question changes everything. Not inability, but priority. Before we continue, take a moment and write this sentence in the comments. I choose my words carefully because they shape the person I become. Read it slowly, then read it again. And if these quiet conversations matter to you, subscribe to Silent Habits. We are building something simple here. A stronger mind, one habit at a time. I once knew someone who said, "I'll do it later." He repeated those words for years. He waited for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, the perfect version of himself. It never arrived, and each delay quietly strengthened the next one. Psychologists often describe this pattern as avoidance behavior. The brain seeks temporary relief, even when that relief creates larger problems in the future. Imagine planting a seed but refusing to water it. You keep promising that tomorrow will be different. The seed cannot survive on promises. Action creates momentum. Waiting creates doubt. Not later, but today. I once knew someone who frequently said, "What if I fail?" He asked the question so often that he never noticed another possibility. What if he succeeded? And that missing question changed the direction of his life. Psychologists often refer to this tendency as negativity bias. Human beings are naturally alert to possible dangers. It once helped us survive. But survival and growth are not always the same thing. Fear is like an alarm clock. It is meant to wake you up. It is not meant to control your entire day. Instead of asking what could go wrong, ask what could go right. The future has many doors. Fear usually shows you only one of them. Not certainty, but courage. I once knew someone who said the same sentence almost every day. "I am not enough." He spoke those words quietly. Sometimes nobody else heard them, but he heard them every single time. And those words followed him into every decision he made. Psychologists often describe something called cognitive dissonance. Our minds constantly try to create harmony between what we believe and how we behave. When someone believes they are inadequate, they often begin acting as though that belief is true. The mind becomes both the storyteller and the audience. A tree cannot grow well if its roots are poisoned. People are not so different. Then one day he changed a single sentence. He stopped saying, "I am not enough." He started saying, "I am still growing." Everything changed slowly, but it changed. And here is the difficult truth. The voice you hear most often is your own. The words you repeat become familiar. Familiar thoughts become beliefs. And beliefs become actions. Not perfection, but progress. Today, replace I can't with I can't do it yet. Replace I'm unlucky with I still have choices. Replace I don't have time with I will decide what matters. Replace I'll do it later with I will start now. Replace what if I fail with what if I learn. And replace I am not enough with I am still growing. Small changes, quiet changes, but powerful ones. If one idea stayed with you today, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Leave your commitment in the comments. Subscribe to Silent Habits if you want more reminders like this, because your life is always listening to the words you repeat, and so are you. Until next time, stay patient and stay steady.